All right, testing 1, 2, 3, testing. All right, good morning. Happy hump day to you. It's 9 a.m. We're getting ready to watch the oil market open. It's had a great run recently. If we look back at its recent past, we've seen this monster run up. We have now seen some pullback into the lower 90s with the volatility coming down somewhat. We'll see the market open here just in a few. It's opening down in the low 92 range. We'll see what happens there. I haven't traded the oil market. I don't have much insight into that, but it is a very thin market. It's one that moves, and if you've got the cojones to trade it, it has the potential to make you some buku bucks, but it also has the tendency to wipe you out as well as a trade. Let's take a look at that bad boy right now. All right, see it. See that market getting ready to had a big dump there. I've been out of the game for a little while, getting back into it. So starting my practice sessions, watching here in front. You see the market come back down into those, try to hit that lower 92s again. All right, just a minute into the session. You see the selling pressure trying to push down below our VWAP as we enter. We keep seeing the selling pressure with the recent events. I would expect, as long as we don't get any headline news that points us otherwise, I would expect that we could see oil sell back to a, who knows, maybe into the lower 90s. A lot of possibility for that. Let's take a look at oil. Look at CL on the profile, and as we look, you can see over in this area, but just between 95 and 100, let's say 94 and 100, we've got this distribution where we're starting to see a lot of volume start to accumulate, and now our price is below that main volume area. So we could potentially see a move down to 85 at the low end of this volume node. We could even see going lower through that area where we had very little trade, and then all the way back into the mid 60s, where most of our volume for this period is. Now, it doesn't have to do anything. It can go back there, it cannot, it can go up. Like I said, we've got so much risk factors with this, who knows where we're going to go. Look over here at ES at the moment. 68.36 currently trading. All right, so all right, not much here on the ES happening at the moment. We got a little under 30 minutes. Let's take a look back over at CL Force. See, it came down into the 92 range. We've got a big bid sitting there. We'll see if that gets taken out. Just like a big flag ready to go. Trading below VWAP. Go. A little bit better. All right, let's take a look at NQ at the moment. We we can see how in the last few days that's climbed back up into value area. It's already thumped itself over its volume point of control. Last night we spoke about it on the ES. If it broke into a certain area, then it would likely see its volume point of control, which we'll take a look at that here in a moment. But if you look, we're coming into this low volume distribution here on the NQ, right above 25,400. We might have some potential to squeeze higher into the open on the NQ, and certainly that 25,600 to 25,700 range is certainly a doable on the volume profile. If we hit that low volume node, that's where a lot of opportunity could be. We could definitely see a lot of sellers trying to clamor at the open, trying to get out. There's potentially a lot of trapped traders from overnight, but that doesn't mean it'll happen. We could get a whole new wave of selling at the open. Taking a look at the ES, we came right up to not only our high volume node, but our volume point of control, and we've stalled there, so we could see a push through that. We could still see a big push up, squeeze all the way up into that low volume node, just above 6,900. Not saying that it could happen, but that's a possibility. These bear market rallies can be pretty crazy from times, especially if we consider we potentially could be in a bear market. I don't know, but we had our high a couple months ago, and now we're drifting down. We've got a lot of headline risk. But for now, it looks like the overnight news has pushed the shorts out of the market at the moment. At least in the Asia and the European sessions. We still got the U.S. session to wade through, so we'll see what happens. We don't know. We'll never know. Melon, how you doing? Thank you. Just trying to get my feet wet. Been a while. I got better music too. So that's a big plus. At least for now. Alright, let's take a look at oil. Oil is climbing off of its lows. It opened and hit that 92. Came down, hit 92. We climbed up to 92.80. Pulled back. Right now we're still down quite a bit, but we'll see what happens. I would anticipate oil, as long as no news on the contrary comes out, that we'll see the price of oil slide. No pun intended there. But who knows? That doesn't mean it will. Just means that that's the possibilities. One of the things that I always try to focus on is keeping my brain in the trader state of mind, knowing that anything's possible. This is all random. I just need to be in my trader flow. That's what I know. back over here to the ES. Wow, I'm reading the headline. If you're going to go to the Grand Canyon this summer, it's going to cost you $100 to get in. So yeehaw. Where we at? We got the ES up. All right, so the ES still hanging out in a tight little spiral at the moment. Didn't see if we had any economic news, but I think the economic news is probably not as impactful as some of the headline risks that we could still go through today as the details start to emerge. All right, we got about 15 minutes to go. All right, everybody, we're getting ready to hit the market open. Hope everybody's ready. This is a great time to remember everything here. I'll reset this. All right, so we've come down to right as we open into that 28, 27 range, and now we're off. Here we go. Hope everybody's doing well. So that 68.29 level kind of went below it just a little bit, but that's kind of in that range we're looking at. That's where we've seen some volume before. As I've said earlier, we could potentially shoot higher. We've got a lot of shorts in the market that might be trapped. They might be looking to cover here. You might see some of those sellers defend. But we are up considerably at the market open, so it's also very likely that we could pull back. And some of those longs might want to take some profits from earlier too. So some of the Europeans might be use this time to get long. And now we've come through that level. And we're coming lower into the to the next area of interest, that 68.17 to 20 range. Like I said, this is an area of interest. Does not mean anything other than this is where people in the market have come in before. All right. What we know, there's potentially a lot of people that might have got long earlier that could have their stops down here in the teens. We could see the sellers trying to defend their positions. You could also see a lot of longs trying to push those shorts, squeeze it higher. So we're going to look at that 68.29 level to potentially, it's also where VWAP is now, but that's a potential level that we might see get interfered with there. Now, one thing to keep in mind as you go through this, as you trade, something that helps tremendously for me is that I anticipate not only what's going to happen in the market, but anticipate what's going to happen with my trading. So if I'm entering a trade, I know what my state of mind is going to be. And I know how emotional I'm going to be. So I anticipate that I'm going to have that emotion wrapped up, and I'm going to have strategies built in so I can deal with that emotion. And coming here, this is like this level. So we had a 68.17 to 20 range level. Let's say that I entered long over here at 932. And I started feeling good about my position because we went higher, but we came back and breached that area. And I know as we were coming back, if I was long, my brain at this point in time would have been freaking out. It would have been, oh, I'm going to lose, I got to da-da-da-da-da. We got to anticipate how we're going to feel in our position if it goes against us. Or if it, even worse, how are we going to feel when it goes our way and then comes back against us? be in the money a little bit. So you need to anticipate, and I do. I anticipate every emotion that I could possibly encounter in my trade. I anticipate it happening, and once I recognize it happening, I have strategies to deal with that emotion. All right. I want to thank you for being here. If you like what you're hearing, hit that like button. It helps out the channel a whole lot. The channel's new. I'm not. I've been here trading for a while. My first trading started in the late 90s during the dot-com era. Came in at the end of the dot-com era. And that is where I learned to short. And then in October 2003, the market stopped going short, and I didn't. Had a good run until then, but then gave it back. All right, so we once again pulled back down to that 20 area. Weren't able to get above our VWAP. Okay, now we see we get up to our level there at 68.29 roughly, right there at the VWAP, and it stalled out 1, 2, 3 times. Now we're pushing lower. We see some serious selling come in back to that level at 68.20 to 17 range. We've seen that some of that liquidity taken out. All right, so 68.20 still holding in these opening minutes. We're about 9 minutes into it. Now we see a reaction, squeezing those shorts potentially there. See if those bulls can push us higher. We'll see. We will see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, we're coming back again to that level. Seems like the sellers want to keep pushing. We have some liquidity there. Now we're below that 20 point and with some volume. I think at this point in time we can see the volume start to rack up there. All right. We're able to push that in there. Get that going. Hey Mike, how you doing? Thank you, thank you. Good to see you. Trying to get my feet wet again. It's been a while. All right, so you can see the that level now is appears to be taking out. We're seeing a considerable sell volume come in. And of course, we're getting some pushback from the bulls, so we'll see if this where this goes from here. We got a lot of potential today. No, right now I'm just in the practice mode, man. Got that Monopoly money going down. Just Monopoly money at the moment. All right, so a considerable push with some considerable volume below that level. Now we've got potential to hit the break down to the 68.08. Will the market go there? Well, we don't know. We hold into that 14 level, and now we're getting pushed. You can see that squeezing those shorts back up into the 20s. All right, we're going to take a quick look over here at the at oil for a moment. That's pushed up since our open off of that 92 area. Pushed back up into the mid 90s, and we're squeezing higher. So after an overnight session that saw the price of oil drop, we're now seeing a little bit more squeeze on that market. So we'll see where that goes. See what happens. I don't really trade the oil market too much, but I do like to watch it. It's a lot of fun. All right, so after that initial squeeze, we've pulled back into that 14 level. You can see how the market is pretty volatile today. You've got these 5 to 8 point moves that just pop due to some squeeze action there. So let's see what where we're going from here. But certainly the Market's deciding to give back some of its gains from overnight. We'll see if that holds. I don't have any really levels marked on the overnights there, but those numbers that you see on the levels of interest are numbers from the long, higher time frame volume profile. I'm having a hard time getting above that 20 and holding. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? All right. So diddling here in the middle now. Zoom out a little bit, give us some perspective here. So the 68, 13, 14 range has held so far. Now we're seeing a push up towards VWAP. Now what do we know about VWAP? There's likely some right there at 25. We're likely to have some stops, some shorts that might be in the market that's got to stop right there. So we can see them taken out. Then what? Then we could see a pullback. We could see a move higher. Remember that 28, 29 level. See if we can push through that. We've got some stops right above that as well. So that's some fuel for the fire. So if you're short off of the market, you're probably feeling a little angst if you didn't take your profit down here. So kind of a rehash of the morning. The market being up, we knew that there was a chance on the open for some of those longs to close their positions. We also knew that the shorts could be trapped from the overnight move, and they might drive a rally higher, and that could certainly be happening if we get above that 38 level. We might see a swift move higher when people try to exit. And we just had a big sell right there at that 29 level. So that 29 level once again has been our ceiling. We had a big sell come in right there, push it down back to that 20 level in a very short period of time. So if you've been doing, been in and out, this is a really good time to really look at your mental acuity and how you're done. If you've got stopped out several times today, it's a good market to get revenge traded. This This is one of those markets that you could come in, you could get completely lambasted all day, but be right, but get stopped out over and over and over and over, and then eventually throw in the towel and it goes your direction. That's the way it goes. Part of trading is being resilient to that effect, having a strategy how to overcome it, or better yet, how to not devolve into the emotional losses that trading brings on a lot of times. Because we've all been there, done that a whole lot. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a song. You may be right. I may be crazy, but you just ain't right now. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty. Mighty righty. Alright, so we're about 21 minutes into the market, and it has done a whole lot of sideways movement for the most part. It stopped out some longs, it stopped out some shorts, it stopped out people who didn't even know they were playing. Now we're having some monster sell-off coming down into the lower teens. Now we're going to push into just that level there at 68.08 at presume. We've got a big bid at 68.10 and those orders bracketing. Some of that got taken out. I don't know if I think some of it disappeared there. I have to go back and look at the tape. But here we are pushing lower. We took out that liquidity right there at 10. Now we're pushing down to that 08 level. And so for now we've got looks like it's catching a little bit of a bid. But maybe not. There's some volume taking place there, so we'll see. A little bit of a battleground. All right. We pushed below that. We took out some of those long stops. And now we're squeezing back above that 10. Let's see if we get a big squeeze back up into the 20s now. Or we might get those sellers to hop back on as all those buyers come in, all that squeeze action. Let's see. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. So that big order came in, spooked them a little bit. Let's see what we get. All right, so we definitely taking out that level now, or appearing to. We'll see what we get. Hey, dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? You may be right. I may be crazy. All right, right now we're still struggling to get below there. Let's see what happens. See if the bulls can push it higher. Well, those sellers keep coming in. Now they keep coming in. Here we go. Now we're getting more of those longs taken out. We'll see some of the sellers jumping on. Got a big bid there at the 05 level. So let's see what we get. Crazy. May be a lunatic you're looking for. Yeah, a dog, aren't you? Yeah, it's a good girl. All right, so we come down into that 05 region. We got some of those shorts trapped. We squeezed. Now we have a big seller came in right as we went above that 10. Push it lower. Let's see what happens if those sellers continue on. Dog, you're a good dog, aren't you? All right, so we came down to that level, traded sideways there. It looks like we may have got some shorts trapped below that 68.10 level. Let's see if we have enough juice to squeeze back up to that VWAP. All right. All right, this area. Definitely would have tiptoed into a trade there at the 0850 range. If we get a long off of that, back up to VWAP. Said I'm only paper trading right now, get my flow back in, but that's this level's where I would take a long, try to get it up to at least VWAP. We likely got some shorts up there now with some stops. We'll see if we hold that 08. If not, it's okay. Well, those sellers come in and took out all the stops there, so they got me. If I was trading, I would have had that, and then I've been watching this now and feeling like I needed to jump back in. And maybe I would have, because that's exactly what happens there. Is they take out those all those longs, all those shorts. They do that a couple times, get y'all frustrated, and then they make the move here. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, so now we're moving. Now you see that squeeze action coming. See how those shorts are getting squeezed. Rinse and repeat. We'll see the longs get taken out here soon. Kind of like how they took you out down there at that 06 range. Now we got that 20 to 25 area that potentially could see get squeezed into. Maybe, maybe not. But there she goes. Now we see some considerable volume come in. You can see how those big orders there at 19 came in as well. We'll see if those hold or if they're just there to push the market back down. Notice how they diminished as the price dropped a little bit and those orders got filled. Oh, the psychology. Oh, the psychology. Gotta love it. All right. See a lot of little mini battles taking place there in the trenches. Shorts fighting the longs. Take a look back at oil. We've dropped from our high of 94.50 range down to right around 93, getting ready to drop into the 92s again. All right, so we've crossed the threshold of the first 30 minutes of the market. I hope you're holding up mentally. All right, let's take a look at our profile for a second. Kind of get a handle where we're at. You can see overnight we made the big move. We come into the distribution. All right, our next, we come into this low volume area. We've got 67.96 is a level, and then coming down here into the 80s to 75 range. Potential where we could go as well if we can continue to pull back. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. All right, so the ES kind of held that 08 level earlier. Took out the longs a couple times. And now you can see that we're moving back up towards that next level at 20, which also happens to be where VWAP is, so we'll see. May take us a while to get there. May do some back and forth, get some more shorts and longs trapped, wipe them out, rinse and repeat. It's the way the market works. Sometimes you eat the market, and sometimes the market eats you. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. What a song, Yesterday. All right, now we're pushing up into 19. Taking out some of those shorts. See them dissipate. Let's see if that's enough fuel to take us higher. All right, so you can see how we had this distribution from like 10 to 10.05. And then we pushed out of it, took out a lot of those longs, and moved right back into that distribution. Now would anticipate we're going to see the same thing. We're going to see a push above that, take out those shorts, and then possibly pull right back into this distribution. That may happen, it may not. We'll see. Who knows? If anybody knew, we wouldn't be sitting here at the moment trying to figure it out. Instead, we'd probably be retired doing something else. I don't know. I don't know. I might still trade if I was completely enough cash where I didn't have to do anything. But I would definitely do it differently. I'd have me a big old room with like 10 monitors and have a whole complete setup. Totally different than it is now. Anyway, how you doing, Mike? Stay out of trouble? Ooh, look at that. Right when we got back up there, monster sell-off. I don't know if any news come out, but man, that went from one level to the next. Something happened? Any news? Boy, that cleared off. I don't know what happened. Yeah, man, I know. Sometimes you don't have to do anything. You can just be standing there and that shit just like bloop. It's like, how did I find myself standing in this pile of shit all of a sudden? It's like I was tiptoeing around and next thing I know it's all over me. Big old dog pile. Like, what the fudge? But I tell you, you got you know, I've learned something valuable in life recently, and I don't know if it's recent, but you know, is that your values and the way that each one of us thinks is not the same as everybody else, and we can all have kind of similar thoughts and everything, but the views aren't the same. Kind of like when we look at our left eye and then our right eye, it's, you know, we're seeing the same thing from both, but one individually's got a slightly different view. And it's amazing how those views don't line up sometimes. It can make the world a difference for some folks. So, you know, never go broke taking profits. So that's I mean, sometimes you kill yourself, but you know, if that was follow your plan, man. That's the most important thing. For me, where I live, man, I can almost do it year round, but my body is just not able to take it anymore, man. I've got back issues, and I have for literally months I have not been able to really feel confident going out and paddling, because my biggest concern is that if I get out there and I paddle and I throw my back out, then I'm in a world of hurt. So I haven't paddled in quite a while, to be honest with you, man. I love wintertime paddling. That's one of my favorites because you can see so much, you know, without the leaves on the trees, or early spring. But shit, I haven't been able to get out. So anyway, wham, wham, wham. All right, so here we are. You know, that 17 level has held up pretty well. Every time we get up there, you can see the selling come in. Let's see if that will continue. I have a feeling if we punch above that, though, we've got a lot of shorts that might fuel the fire higher. So we'll see if we get on that. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Another beautiful day on a hump day. Hump day forever. All right. So will we see that price go higher? We're going to push above 17, get into the low 20s, and then squeeze some shorts. Is that what's going to happen? Kind of what I'd like to see, personally. Let's see if we push a little bit higher. Get up there, if you will. Well, we're holding steady in this range. If we stay here and chop long enough, we'll get enough of one side or the other trap to make a move higher or lower. Considering, I think one of the things I think that might really happen is that if we don't bust through higher soon, we might just see a nice little rotation down, take out some of the longs from the Europeans. They're going to be leaving the market soon as well, so that move could happen sooner before they leave or not. But we do have 10:30. We have the oil inventories. I don't know if that matters a whole lot anymore, but I don't know, man. I don't follow the oil market. But we also looking at what's coming up. We could certainly see the Europeans that are long deciding to sell off before end of the day, you know, but they might decide to go ahead and start selling a little earlier if they're long, taking the profits while they can. So even though we're green, there's a large potential in my mind to go lower. It wouldn't be out of the question, but I could also, you know, I could also see if we get above into the 20s and push above 30, I could also see us running all the way to the 50s, making that happen. That's a very real possibility as well. But in order to do that, we're going to need to have some fuel for the fire. And right there, we just took out a bunch of longs, took out a bunch of stops. I'm assuming. Taking out some more now. Once again, that's an assumption. I don't have a little stop indicator like the full-size one, but a Bookmap. But these levels, you know, where retail traders, their behavior is similar, and we know that they're going to have stops below that range, and of course those are getting taken out now. We're seeing all those longs liquidate right back down here to our level. So now we're seeing a move lower. We're taking out that liquidity lower, and we might continue lower. We might stop and turn around and go back up here into this range and rinse and repeat. And next time go higher, take out the shorts. Who knows? But once again, I am anticipating what's going to happen in the market. I'm anticipating my emotional state. One thing about when you paper trade with a simulator like what's on this Thinkorswim is it gives you a little bit more of an emotional way to it, because it feels real. The feels aren't the same. You usually get feel, whereas in real life you're sitting there going, God damn it, take it, take it, take it. You're on that number. You sat there for 30 seconds. Didn't feel anything. I saw it. Nothing like that frustration. Woohoo! All right, so once again, we came down to that 08 level. We bounced back up to the 17 level. We've been in this range. We took out some of those longs now. Wiped out a lot of those short-term longs. Now we possibly got some shorts trapped in there as well. You know, there might be some shorts kind of hopping on right now. We'll see. We'll see if that gives us some fuel to go higher, or we got enough shorts coming in to take us out. There's a ton of headline risk today as well, so anything can happen. You can be sitting here, and next thing you know, down 50 points because somebody couldn't keep their mouth shut. Somebody had to say something. Somebody had to do some kind of press release. Who knows? Just thinking, it'd be kind of wild to have like the market like jury duty, man. Couldn't be exposed to the news or anything, you know. Just the facts. That'd be kind of fun. Well, welcome. Hello, we're about less than an hour into the market. Getting ready to come into our first hour of trading. And considering the amount of volatility that we've had, the amount that we've started with so far this morning has been, well, I'm a little disappointed. Kind of disappointed, to be honest. Hey, Roscoe, how you doing? Thank you. Thanks for showing up. All right, so yeehaw. This is where we're at. We're trading in a range for the last 30 minutes or so. And we've taken out a lot of the shorts, a lot of the longs. I think we've got more longs pissed off at the moment than we have shorts. Thank you. I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I got it all coffeeed up, though. It's amazing what that caffeine does to you. All right. So we're getting ready to come into that first hour of trading. So far we've had a lot of back and forth. Let's do a quick gander over here at oil. You can see oil's shooting back up, coming into its highs for the day, or for the session, opening at 9. We're here on the profile. See, we're in this low volume node, this area of opportunity. So we keep coming down here and taking out that long liquidity and bouncing. We'll see if that continues, or will we crash through and make our way down here into this distribution of the profile. Might even go all the way down through into the 40s if we crash through that. So we'll see. Long ways to go on this market, and we have no clue what's going to happen. We've got a lot of headline risk still to ponder through today. Once again, after hitting that 18, 17 level, we sell off back down to our 08 level and potentially a little further. See what happens. Every day is a holiday. Tequila. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So back and forth, back and forth. 1027. We'll have our initial balance range set. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's take a look at oil again. Let's see what's going on over there. All right, oil's pulled back just a little bit. Coming off 94.80. See what happens there. All right, so we got a big offer. That 14 range. Pushing it down. Now with offers like that, you'll see that a lot of times they do get pushed down, and then once the price comes back up, they'll disappear. Sometimes they do get eaten, so we'll see. We don't really know who the players are in the market right now. There's a ton of them, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a lot of funds looking to get lucky on a good deal if they can find it. Especially if they know more than the average retail trader, which I'm sure they do. All right, so we're coming back down towards our lows. Far out view there. All right, so we basically took out our initial balance right after we made it, and we're trading below it. So and let's see, what is it? 8 IBL. All right. So now we've got our initial balance low in. We see the a lot of the orders have gone away. It's gotten kind of thin. That big offer at 15 still remains. So let's see if we trap those shorts down here potentially and move higher off the initial balance, or will we go lower? Let's find out. Or that level 08 and initial balance is right there at that 06 and 550 range. So that's in the neighborhood. Will we continue lower? Will we push higher? These are the days of our lives. Through sands in the hourglass. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right, so we haven't got to push lower below that 6,800 yet. We're coming back up. We're going to potentially test that initial balance low, and this may give us a clue. We might see what we get here. Will we get more lows, more highs? Who knows? All right, coming down to that 68 level. So we see some orders stacking on there. The century numbers, they could give you a lot of head fakes here. So now we see the more orders stack on there, more buy orders at 6,800. And there you go. That's going to potentially push it higher. Now we see those orders lessen as it went up. We might see some of those orders filled. There we go. Well, that was kind of a textbook move to get filled higher if you wanted to go short. And now you see those orders disappeared and then come back, turn into sell orders at 6,800. All right, so we'll see what we get. Congratulations if you managed to get a short off of that initial balance low. was a little too slow over here at 1032. Was actually the perfect entry on the initial balance low. Had a great trigger. I was trying personally to come over let's see here. Can we get it? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I tried to get it up here around 805. I thought it was going to come through one more time. Try to get it short off of that. And then this 96 level was my target. So roughly about 8 to 9 points. Looking for on a kind of a scalp play. I might get an opportunity here. We might, like I said, this century number is going to potentially screw around here for a while. Trap a lot of shorts, trap a lot of longs. Might be able to get up here and get another opportunity. We'll see what we get. Bum, 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 All right, oil's on the move. Let's take a look at that real quick. You can see it's busted through, hitting 90, 96 now. I had nice quick moves up. Let's see what happens here. Looks like Saudi had a pipeline hit by a drone. So that's driving prices on oil back up this morning, apparently. Oh, what was life before drones? Yeah. All right, back to our ES. We come down to that 96 level. All right, coming back up to visit that IBL. Moving on up. So I would anticipate that we might poke our head above it, flush out some shorts, and then potentially roll over. So, or not. Might just continue to go down. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, like I said, that 6,800 is going to present a lot of, potentially a lot of sideways action. So we'll see how that goes. All right. All right, so we seem to have a series selling going off. Now breaking through into way down into the 80s there. And that went pretty quick. And that's how it goes sometimes. Some days you're filling it up. And some days it's filling you up. Mike, I hope you're still having a great day. Roscoe, if you're still around, thanks so much. Good to see you. Don't forget the Europeans are going home soon, so they are most likely exiting their positions, as we see. Very well, could be a lot of longs trying to get out. I'm going to wish everybody a fond farewell. Good seeing you, and plan on being back tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Thanks so much for being here, guys and gals. Have a great day.